everybody. Today we are going to be reading our story again. So today we are on day 3 of our core values. So our first day we read about bravery and we learned a little bit about how we can be brave. And then our second day we learned about enthusiasm. And so today we are learning about growth. And we're going to read a story called Giraffes Can't Dance. And for our story today, I want you to look at our character and think about how our character or our story, it shows growth. So growth means to grow and to get better at something. So we could show growth in school by getting better and better and better at our reading, or getting better and better and better at our sight words, or whatever else that you could think of that you keep improving on, or you show that you're getting better at something. That's growing. So in our story today, we're gonna see a giraffe and we're gonna see what happens to him. So let's get started. Giraffes can't dance. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off a tree. But when he tried to run around, he buckled his knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. I'll come closer so you can see the pictures. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. Looks fun. Looks like a cool place to visit. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," all the animals sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Okay, so I'm thinking that right now Gerald, our giraffe, isn't feeling very included. I bet he feels a little embarrassed or shy because there is so many people kind of laughing at him right now. He probably doesn't feel very good. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Okay, so like I said, he kind of felt sad and embarrassed and lonely, so he left. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing around. So what is he starting to do? He's starting to dance. He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing," Gerald cried. Okay, so how's our character look now? He looks pretty happy. Then, one by one, Each animal who'd been in there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we have ever seen." "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. So now look at the animals. Now the animals are all kind of jealous of him, and they're all saying, "Oh my goodness, teach us how we can be like you because you're so incredible at dancing." So now the rules are switched. The animals used to be really good at dancing, but now Gerald is the one that's really good at dancing. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and the stars above. "We can all dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." Okay, so in our story, we had Gerald in one of our first pages, and we saw that Gerald, I'm trying to find our picture. So he kind of like was watching everybody. See how he's on the outskirts, and he was saying, "I'm not good at dancing. I can't dance." It told us that he falls, and he's kind of clumsy when he dances. But then, at the end, if we want to look at it, look at him here. He figured out how to dance, and he showed growth because he went out of his way, and he tried, and he got it. And then now he's the best dancer of them all. So, can giraffes really not dance? Giraffes can dance, according to our book. Alrighty, I want you guys to write a little bit about growth. I'm excited to see what you guys have to say.